Before we get to the stretching and the mixing and the snipping and the dancing on a pole like my name is Candy at the local strip joint, we go back to the beginning when I turned the corner and realized my tenants built this janky ass fence because they bought a dog and didn't tell me. Well, it's going to be a lot of work, but time to get to it. It was actually surprisingly sturdy. I even had my own Excalibur moment. So I mowed down the grass, made sure I had a clean slate of canvas to work on, measured it out, pulled a piece of twine all the way across to make sure it was straight. Then I used a special paint that comes off in the rain. I also had this gate left over, and we are a very wasteful country. I'm not going to name which country, but we are very wasteful, so I like to reuse. And I went ahead and dug below the frost line. I mixed some concrete, put some water in the hole. Always water your hole. I put the pole in the hole and used this fancy tool with fancy magnets to make sure it was level 6 ways a Sunday. Poured the concrete in, packed it down tight. These two poles are level because that's where the gate goes. This pole is level because it's the support for the fence. I put the top bar in. I had these little fasteners that from a different project that were really smooth and not in the big box stores. I added my gate, which swung nicely and was squeaky just how I like it. I rolled out the chain link fence that was extremely heavy, put a tension bar in there, and fastened it to one side. Once it was all nice and fastened, I used a stretcher bar and a winch to make sure the other side was fastened, and I went ahead and added those fittings. Then I grabbed a big bolt cutter that I don't use to cut big locks to cut the tension bar. And then I use this small bolt cutter that I don't use to cut small locks to go ahead and trim out the top. This is real time, but let me slow it down for you real quick. And then back to real time here. And would you look at that? Now every time I turn the corner, I don't get a myocardial infarction. Don't forget to follow.